accuse him of rank hypocrisy, because that is precisely what it is. You talk about them making their fortune in Montecito. Arguably, Harry, with good reason. He's had a pretty rough ride in his young life. Meanwhile, you are sitting there in your little establishment position, raking it in off the back of their arguable misfortune or fortune, depending how you spin the coin. I mean, we all have books to promote. I actually have one next week, as we've mentioned, two of Tom's, Elizabeth and Philip. No, I think it's appalling, what you're doing. I saw you masquerading as an expert in The Sun, pretending you know what's in this book, saying that their titles should be stripped. Arguably, they've brought the royal family to a whole younger audience. That, you know, young people on TikTok talk about Harry and Meghan. They care about them. This is a bit of exported British tinsel. Yes, they no longer belong in that family. Yes, they do loads of sun-drenched photographs and they've dropped the royal regalia. So what? They're a different generation from you, Tom. Let them be. Let them be.
Because they're making their money out of lying. That's why. I don't lie in my book.
Oh, never?
Let me finish.
What, on the people that you talk to don't lie?
No, they don't lie.
We don't know, Tom, because yours are all off the record.
I don't publish lies, and they deliberately went to the Oprah Winfrey interview and said 17 lies, and that is unforgivable because, let me finish, because they're not trading as an author, they're not trading as someone who's done any work, they're just peddling their titles.
And kindly subscribe and join our growing community. We are all about supporting Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, sharing the latest news, having some fun together, and slamming haters. Don't forget to drop your comments below. I will reply to every single one of you. From heartwarming moments to major milestones, we've got it all covered, so buckle up and let us dive in. All right, Royal Fam, let's make this the best community for Harry and Meghan fans out there. Subscribe, comment, and let's get this royal party started. All right, folks, let's get real for a moment. Tom Bower has made a career out of attacking Harry and Meghan, and frankly, it's getting old. This constant, toxic obsession with tearing them down is not only pathetic, it's damaging. Bower's book was never about truth. It was about sensationalism, profit, and creating a narrative, no matter how distorted or cruel it might be. And in doing so, he's shown how low he's willing to go just to get a headline. But what's really telling here is the response of people like Tessa Dunlop. Unlike Bower, Tessa has the courage to stand up and speak the truth. She's not afraid to challenge the unfair media attacks on Harry and Meghan. Tessa has shown time and again that she's not interested in cheap shots or personal vendettas. She sees through the lies, and more importantly, she refuses to be a part of this toxic culture that thrives on degrading people for the sake of clicks. Tom Bower? He's nothing more than a pawn in the royal gossip game, feeding into a narrative that's outdated and destructive. His obsession with the royals is less about justice and more about feeding a public appetite for scandal. Every word Bower utters drips with judgment, with no consideration of the human beings behind the headlines. But then, you have Tessa Dunlop. Tessa has shown us what true integrity looks like. She's had the strength to stand up, to say enough is enough, to call out the media's smear campaigns and defend Harry and Meghan when it's needed most. Tessa's not about sensationalism, she's about fairness, about truth, and about humanity. And that's something Bower will never understand. While Bower digs in the dirt, Tessa is fighting for respect, for decency, and for people's right to live their lives without being torn apart by public opinion. Bower's toxic narrative only perpetuates harm, but Tessa's voice is one of reason, and that's why she deserves our respect. So, Tom Bower, take a long, hard look at Tessa Dunlop. She's the one showing courage, she's the one defending truth, and you're just adding fuel to the fire of hate and division. Maybe it's time to step back and ask yourself, what's your purpose in all this? Because all you're doing is making the world a more toxic place. Let Harry and Meghan be and start taking a page out of Tessa Dunlop's book. She's the real voice of reason here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. I see you, I value you, and all of you are very important.